Hello dear students, welcome all of you. I am Vijay Swatole, Assistant Professor in Swami Sajananda Bharati College of Education, Srirampur, Ahmednagar. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the students for choosing this noble profession. And as far as this subject is concerned, I would like to tell you, while entering in the College of Education, you need to learn some micro teaching skills. And if you are with English education, or if you have chosen English method, then some micro skills are over there, and how to draft lesson notes of these micro skills we will see in this lecture. First skill is known as introduction skill. In this one, it lasts for 5 to 10 minutes. The ready-made lesson notes are provided by the respective college to you, and in this lesson note there are 4 parts. First one is, that is content, second one is teacher's activity, third one is student's activity, and last one is that sub skills. Means as a student teacher, you should learn about how to add these sub skills. Although it is introduction skill, but in these introduction skills, some sub skills are very important. First one is that revival of previous knowledge, then proper linkage with the unit, then arousing curiosity, statement of aim, and writing of the title. Dear students, see, you can select any content from any book, or you may select content from standard 5th to standard 10th. In this content, first of all, you should select shortest content, because while drafting this lesson note, and after drafting this lesson note, you have to present this lesson for 5 to 7 minutes. In this content is based on India. Suppose India is known for the unity in diversity. India is also called as Bharat, means Jnana Prakash. Britishers ruled over India for 150 years. India got her freedom on 15th August 1947. It is the sacrifice of freedom fighters. India could get freedom without bloodshed, because one man with his 2 principles, truth and non-violence, made Britishers to leave India forever. He was none other than father of great India, Mahatma Gandhi. In 21st century, India is facing many problems like overpopulation, corruption, terrorism, etc. All political leaders are so much corrupted, they have no sense of developing the society as well as country. Nowadays, one man, Anna Hazare, fighting with these people for the sake of living freely and without corruption in any field of life. So, he is so much stuck with Jal Lokpal Bill. Dear student, this is meaningful content, and in this introduction skill, what happens in teacher's activity, if the content is over here, then you have to revival of previous knowledge. Okay, for reviving of previous knowledge, teacher asks questions. Okay, in this teacher activity, what you have to write? Teacher asks questions. First question is that, what does the word mean Bharat? Then in students activity, what student will reply? You have to write here, student answers correctly in singular form. What does the word mean Bharat? Then students answers correctly, that is Jnana Prakash. Means you have to answer a particular question in full sentence. Then second question asked by the teacher, when did India get freedom? Then student answers correctly, that is on 15th August 1947. Means these questions are asked by the teachers and student have to answer correctly. So, what is it? It is known as revival of previous knowledge. It's the duty of teacher to revive the previous knowledge. After getting the answers of these two questions, the second step is that teacher focuses on present status of the India and asks questions. Okay. First question is that who is the father of India? As soon as teacher asks questions, then student also have answers correctly. Who is the father of India? Student answers correctly. Mahatma Gandhi is father of India. Second one, what were the principles of Mahatma Gandhi? Student answers correctly, that is truth and non-violence were the principles of Mahatma Gandhi. Because we have given limited space here, so that I have written here only words. But when you answer to your teachers, at that time you need to answer in full sentence. Okay. So that what will be the sub skill? Teacher focuses on present status and asks questions, so that after getting answers on present status of India, the sub skill is proper linkage with the unit. Okay. After this step, then teacher tells about political system and role of leaders. Means teacher has to tell the student about what political system and role of leaders. Means where there is content on, before the same content teacher's activity should be written. Okay. Means here in last step teacher asks questions on Mahatma Gandhi and his principles. See here, the content is before the questions. Okay. Means as per the content you have to add teacher's activity, then student's activity and sub skills. After that teacher tells about political system and role of leaders. Means in this 21st century teacher is going to tell something to the students. Whenever teacher tells about political system, what will be the student's activity? Student's activity will be like this: student listens carefully. How they listens? They listen, student listens carefully. Okay. Means there is sub skills arousing curiosity. Means after this content, what will be the next? Okay. After that teacher focuses on corruption issue. See, the content is here and the same thing is taught by the teacher, so that teacher focuses on corruption issue, student listens carefully. Okay. Means student can get the idea about what the content about is and the relativity of this content, and after that in this introduction skill, just you have to finish your introduction skill by saying statement of aim. What should you have to write in this statement of aim? Just you have to utter, or you have to say, today we are going to learn about Anna Hazare and his fight for corruption. Okay. When you are about to stating the aim of lesson, at the time student listens carefully and sub skill, that is statement of aim, and at last teacher writes the title on the blackboard. Means while stating this statement you need to write title on the blackboard. This is writing of the blackboard. Means in this introduction skill, drafting of lesson is so simple. Means as per your content in teacher's activity, what role teacher has to perform here, we have to draft it. Where there are questions, there are answers and sub skills. Then next action of the teacher, next action of the students, and then sub skills. And after that, just you have to state here, today we are going to learn about Anna Hazare and his fight for corruption. Teacher writes title on the blackboard, writing of the blackboard. Means this is the way of presenting your introduction skill of English language. Means this is the one style. There are many styles of introducing your content or introduction skill. Means you can arrange group discussion, you can ask many questions, you can show them pictures, or you can narrate any story in the classes. So that this is the one way of starting your skill, that is introduction skill. So that as a student teacher, you should know about content, teacher's activity, student's activity and sub skills. In these sub skills, just you have to write where these sub skills should. Okay. The next skill is blackboard writing skill. Okay, blackboard writing skill is known as the reflection of teacher's personality. Means whatever he teaches in the classes and whatever he writes on the blackboard, it is the reflection of what he has taught in the classes. And writing on blackboard is so significant because it gives importance to teachers also and students also, and everyone must know about the blackboard writing skill. In this lesson, ready-made lesson note, just you have to focus on content, teacher's activity, student's activity and sub skills. Means these 4 items will be same for next 5 skills. But in these sub skills of blackboard writing skill, fluency, clarity in letters, proper space between 2 letters and words, clarity in writing, link between 2 points, grammatically correctness and using of color charts. Okay. Once again, in content, what is the content? It's related to pyramid. One of the 7 wonders located in Egypt, about 40 pyramids beside the Nile River, but the pyramid of Giza is the biggest one. It was built in memory of the king Khufu, and it was built without any modern devices like crane. Means this is our meaningful content. In this teacher's activity, what he has to do first? Just he has to introduce the topic first, and he has to write date, subject, unit and sub unit on the blackboard. Means whenever a teacher enters in the class, he has to wipe out the blackboard, and by using right chalk, he has to write first of all date, then subject, then unit and sub unit, and just he has to underline the particular words, and he has to divide board into 2 parts. Whenever he introduces in the class, student listens carefully. In this lesson note, just we have to use singular form. And in this blackboard writing skill, there is fluency. Means whenever teacher writes on the blackboard, he should not speak, or whenever he speaks before the students, he should not write on the blackboard. Means these 2 things should be maintained properly by the teacher himself or herself. After that, whenever he writes on the blackboard, student observes carefully. because there is sub skill clarity in letters. If the teacher writes in good hand, at that time we can see the clarity in letters. Okay, so that the handwriting of the teacher must be good, must be vivid, and there must be clarity in all letters. After writing this one, what do you have to draft once again? Teacher divides blackboard into two parts means just you have to uh, make good use of chalk, and just in vertical sense you have to divide blackboard into two parts. Student observe carefully. See, teacher writes the first points means while teaching of this blackboard writing skill, or while learning of blackboard writing skill, somewhere you need to speak something in the class. Teacher writes first point location with color chalks on the left side of the blackboard and its related information on the right side of the blackboard. Means whatever teacher teaches in the classes and whatever first point is over there, the point is location. Okay. When the location is over there, just you have to write in left side and with color chalks, and its related information should be written on the right side of the blackboard. Means all your activity will be observed by the student, so that what you have to write here, student observes carefully. And you need to add one more sub skill, that is proper space between two letters and words. Whenever teacher writes some lines, some words on the blackboard, sub skills should be followed, and these sub skills, what is it? Proper space between two letters and words, it should be maintained. And whenever he writes 3 or 4 lines, there should be clarity in writing. And after that teacher writes the same, means whatever points are there, teacher should write these points on the left side of the blackboard or right side of the blackboard by using different colored chalks. Then over there student will observe carefully, and you need to add one other sub skills, that is link between 2 points, grammatically correctness. Means there should be point, means this is meaningful content. After this paragraph you need to write important issues, important words of second para. There should be proper linkages, and whatever teacher writes on the blackboard, he should not commit any grammatical mistakes while writing on the blackboard. Okay. Means this is a reflection of teacher's personality. Blackboard writing skill, although it seems so simple, but it is not so simple. As per the personality, there is a reflection of your thoughts, there is a status of your mind, and your writing, your blackboard writing really attracts to your students when it is written in proper sense, when teacher or student teacher follows these sub skills in his profession. Okay, so that as a student teacher, every day you have to spend more than 10 minutes for practicing of writing on the blackboard. You need to observe your teachers, then make good use of your leisure time. Writing on blackboard is different one, because writing in notebook is different one and writing on blackboard is different one. So that you need to maintain your speed, you need to hold chalks properly, and there should not be any kind of noise while writing on the blackboard. So that at proper distance you need to hold chalk properly, and you have to write in straight away. There should not be ascending order or descending order, or there should not be any graph written, because whenever you write on the blackboard, it should seem so straight writing. Okay. so that you need to practice this blackboard writing skill. This is most important skill, that is explanation skill. In this explanation skill, it is so simple, but student has to practice himself or herself at home, in the class, or in his leisure time. This explanation skill, how to drop the lesson of lesson note of micro teaching skill. Same one, your lesson note is divided into 4 different parts, that is content, teacher's activity, student activity, and sub skills. Explanation skills means you have to tell more and more about one concept. For explaining, for telling this concept, just you have to add examples, you have to give such type of examples, so that in content just to have selected, or teacher has selected this one, or you may select the topic of grammar. See, in grammar is the soul of language. In English language, without verb the sentence has no meaning. Verb has 2 forms, but main verb has 3 forms. Except 3 forms, it has another form which is used in continuous tense, and it is called as a participle, present participle, or gerund. For example, 1 swim, swimming. Second, take, taking. Functions as a noun. If gerund comes at the beginning or at the end of the sentence, it is noun at that place. For example, reading is a good habit, and second one is I like painting. Example. After that, as an adjective, when it qualifies noun, it functions as an adjective. For example, I saw singing bird, they are dancing girl. Dear student, this is your meaningful content, and it is the part of grammar, that is gerund. Okay. What will happen in teacher's activity? Teacher writes an example on the blackboard without any verb and asks what is missing in the sentence. What are the 3 forms of verbs? Give examples. And third question is asked by the teacher, what form of verb denotes the action of present tense? See, teacher writes an example on the blackboard without any verb and asks what is missing in the sentence. See, student observes sentence and answers correctly. What is missing in the sentence? Particular sentence is given over there, and what is missing? Student answers correctly, that is verb. Then what are the 3 forms of verbs? Give examples. Suppose there is verb, that is verb to go, and what are the 3 forms of particular verb? First form is go, then went, second form, and third form is gone. And these are the examples, which examples are given by the teachers in the class, or given by the teacher to the student in the class. And if he writes in a such a way, or if he expect answers from students, then it comes under subskill example. Then what form of verb denotes the action of present tense? See, means verb is there plus ing form. You may see here in content swim. To swim is the first verb, and if we add, means what forms of verb denotes the action of present tense? If we add ing before swim, then it becomes swimming. Then it is also kind of example. But as a teacher or as a student teacher, you need to explain all these things so effectively in the class, so that student can just understand what is meant by verb, what are the 3 different forms of the verb, and what is action of present tense. See, in these functions, what gerund functions? See, as noun. If gerund comes at the beginning or at the end of sentence, it is a noun at that place. See, teacher explains the functions and writes example. Means teacher explains. What about as a noun? Teacher explains about the function of this one and student listens carefully. Here example, rule, example means what will be the sub skills? Just you have to write here example, rule, example, that is example, rule, example. Yes, means see, teacher explains the functions and writes example. What teacher explains? As a noun. If gerund comes at the beginning or at the end of the sentence, it is noun at this place. Means if the gerund, what is gerund? If there is verb and if it is added by ing form, then it becomes reading. Reading comes at the beginning, it becomes example of noun, and if the gerund at the end of the sentence, then it also becomes nouns. Student listens carefully, example, rule, example. Then teacher asks other examples. Then student states other examples. Link in illustration. I mean link in illustration means what? After explanation, teacher gives example, then teacher repeats rule, and once again he gives example, and he expect from the students same examples, and student really like to state other examples. What is it? It is the sub skill, that is link in illustration or explanation. After that, teacher repeats the topic and asks questions. What teacher repeats? Teacher repeats the functions of the gerunds. What is meant by gerund? It is called gerund, and how it functions as a noun or as an adjective. After teaching this topic, teacher repeats the topic and asks questions. What do we mean by gerund? Okay, then student answers correctly, that is verb plus ing. When we add ing to the verb, then it becomes gerund. Then what are the functions of gerund? These are the functions of gerund, that is a noun and as an adjective. Means teacher has already taught or teacher has already explained these functions of gerund or these functions of gerund in a class. At the time it is planned or proposed revision of the topic. Okay. After that, just he has to say, or student teacher has to say that today we have learnt about gerund. Means in this explanation skill, you have to add rules, you have to add examples, and you have to explain so effectively so as to take the feedback, take the response from your students. It is simple one. Okay. There is another skill for English education, that is questioning skill. In this lesson note is divided into 4 different parts: content, teacher's activity, student's activity, and sub skills. So let's focus on the content. India is enriched with full of flora and fauna. India is the country where for a year there are 3 seasons. In the Maharashtra state of India, there are wildlife sanctuaries. Nagzira is one of the wildlife sanctuaries in Bhandara district. There are 2 perennial tanks. Hence, they are not only useful for animals but also heighten the beauty of landscape. See, this is our content, and in this questioning skill, it means that it doesn't mean that only student teacher has to ask many questions or he has to get answers of those questions. No, this is very interesting questioning skill. Interesting skill of, it is known as questioning skill. Student teacher should know the types of questioning skills. See, there are types of questioning skill, that is previous question based on previous knowledge, content developmental type questions, application type questions are there, and evaluative type questions. Means these are four types of questions, and for this, for getting command over this questioning skill, every student teacher should know the sub skills. And what are the sub skills? Lower level questions, close questions, middle level questions, higher level questions, analysis type questions, or means higher order thinking. The answer, see, this is meaningful content, and teacher asks question based on previous knowledge. What gas is useful for breathing? See, teacher asks question, what gas is useful for breathing? The student listens carefully and answers correctly, oxygen. Here, student is expected to answer in full sentence, but due to the space problem, just I have written here only answer, that is oxygen. Second question, teacher has to ask, from where do we get oxygen? The answer of this one is from the trees. Third one, where do birds and animals live? In the forest. And who has been hunting animals since many decades? Man. Actually, this answer should be written before the questions, but due to the technical problem, it has been displayed over there. See, these questions are asked by the teacher based on previous knowledge, means everyone knows about past and everyone has the knowledge, so that these questions are known as lower level questions. The answer of such questions is given in one sentence, one word. These questions are known as lower level questions, that is closed questions. Okay. Then content development type questions. In these content developmental type question means teacher teaches this topic, and whether students really understood or not, he has to check it by asking these type of questions. Okay. Means after getting the answers on previous knowledge, we have to move towards this content, and we have to teach this content to the student, and after teaching particular content, teacher has to ask such questions, and these questions are known as content developmental type questions. First one is that, why has been man hunting animals like tigers and deer? The answer, student answers correctly for their skin and other organs. Okay. The problem is same. Why has been man hunting animals like tigers and deer? For their skin and other organs. These questions are known as middle level questions. After that, what are the reasons of vanishing forest? Student answers correctly, selfishness and never ending needs of man. This question is also known as middle level question. And third one, where is the Nagjira Wildlife Sanctuary? The answer is that in the Bhandara district of Maharashtra. Middle level question. Means these questions are based on the content, but teacher should not ask these questions directly to the students, but he has to take all students with him, and just for as per the development of content, these questions are expected and answers are expected from the students. Okay. Suppose teacher has taught all the content effectively in the class, and there is another type of question, that is application typed questions. Means whatever teacher teaches in the class or whatever he has taught in the class, at the beginning or at the end of particular lecture, student has to apply the knowledge in their practical life. So that the first question is that how the sanctuaries are useful to the human being. Okay, in this one the answer of this question is expected in 3 or 4 lines, where direct application of knowledge is expected from the students. How the sanctuaries are useful to the human being, the student has to answer correctly, and in the words of students they reply correctly. Why should we protect forest? Okay, these are higher level questions. These questions are known as higher level questions because these questions make students think themselves independently, think themselves effectively, or it depends upon their comprehension, how they comprehend particular content. Why should we protect forest? And last one is that when do we celebrate an environment day? On 5th June, everyone knows about it, but these are the application type questions. Means whatever content is taught in the class, there should be the application of particular knowledge of the content outside the class. Then evaluative type questions, student answers correctly. These questions are also known as analysis type questions. What steps should be taken for the protection of environment? In evaluative type questions. So that means what students or people of the society has to do for the saving or for the protection of environment. Which steps should we follow? Then how will you support for NGOs for making our planet the best forever? Means as per the student level of thinking, as per the level of student comprehension, he replies or he answers correctly. So that as a student teacher, you should know these types of the questions and these sub skills, so that according to the content you need to arise previous knowledge and ask questions based on previous knowledge. As per your content develops, you need to ask content developmental type questions. After that, you need to ask application type questions, and last one, evaluative type question should be asked by the teachers, and so that you should be more aware about how to ask these questions in the classes. Okay, this is the skill of questioning of micro teaching used in English language. Just we will see next skill. Okay, for language teachers this skill is so important, that is reading skill. It is for micro teaching, for English language, and same our lesson note is divided into 4 different parts. Content. Okay, the content is related to who will help me. Suppose there are 3 or 4 paragraphs. One evening a farmer ... but he had to go slow. After a while ... please God come and rescue me. In next paragraph, suddenly ... there was a flash of lightning ... some efforts yourself. The farmer was ashamed, but he was nowhere to be seen. In this skill, your reading skill will be checked out. So when you enter in the class as a student teacher, what should be your duty? See, teacher awakens the previous knowledge by asking questions. Whenever you are going to draft your lesson note on reading skill, that is of micro teaching skill, you need to awaken the previous knowledge of students. See, these are two questions. Do you like to hear stories? Student answers correctly. Yes, I do. And what is the sub skill should be added? Clarity in pronunciation. Means this is most important skill because reading skill, because students like to imitate their teachers. So that second question is that what stories do you like most? Student answers correctly, that is fairy tales. Once again there is clarity in pronunciation. Okay. Then after asking these two questions, teacher asks student to open the book and see on page number 72. It is of respective book. Okay. Means as soon as teacher tells the students to open the book and see on page number 72, student follows the teacher. What they do or what he does, student follows the teacher, keeping book at proper distance. At least teacher has to hold the book at 30 centimeter from his eyes. He should not hold the book so closer to his eyes or so longer to his side. It should be at proper distance, at least 30 centimeters from his side or his eyes. Teacher reads paragraph loudly. Okay. Whenever teacher reads paragraph loudly in student's activity, what you have to write here? Student listens carefully, and there should be proper voice clarity, because in these sub skills what is expected? Teacher should not write loudly, but he has to read the particular content with proper voice clarity. Yes. After that, teacher reads paragraph with proper speed and with proper trace. Means whatever paragraph is given over there or whatever content you have selected over here, it should be read out with proper speed and with proper trace. And students, what students does? Student listens carefully, and there is sub skills, that is proper pronunciation. Yes. After that, teacher reads content with proper intonation pattern. If you know about the different styles of reading or different ways or different techniques of phonetics, as per the need of English content, you have to add all these things so effectively. So teacher reads content with proper intonation patterns. Student listens carefully. And what is expected in sub skills? Proper timing at pronunciation, then proper pause and intonation. Dear student, why this reading skill is so important? Because as far as English teachers are concerned, they should know, or teacher should know when and where we have to take the pauses, when and where we have to speak or read out loudly, and when and where we have to maintain our speed of reading with proper trace when the dialogues are there. Suppose the conversation between two persons are there, then you need to use proper intonation pattern, proper trace, then proper speed, so that these sub skills will be fulfilled when you will follow. What is expected in this reading skill? Clarity in pronunciation, keeping book at proper distance, proper voice clarity, not so louder, not so slowly, moderate speed, proper pronunciation, because in English such mistakes are committed by the teachers themselves when they read out loudly in the classes, and if they don't have the knowledge of phonetics, they will pronounce particular word in a wrong sense. That is, suppose the words are talked, means talked, walked, liked. No, these words should not be pronounced in this way. These words should be pronounced as talked, walked, looked, means t sound should be produced over there. Then proper timing at pronunciation and proper pause and intonation, means as a teacher when you are there to write any content loudly in the classes, at that time just you have to add your own feelings, just you have to realize that I am the part of this content and I am uttering the words, uttering the sentence in proper manner, so that teacher has to give proper demo before them, and students, at least student has to read out any content loudly at their home. Okay. Then we are about to learn about how to draft lesson note of stimulus variation. Stimulus variation is so important one, means in this stimulus variation skill, teacher must be behave as an artist in the class, because teacher's activity and student activity both have to engage themselves in stimulus variation skill. In sub skills, it also plays an important role. In sub skill, let's focus on sub skills. Movement of the teacher, how he add movements. Then verbal and active participation of the students. Student verbal participation, change in sensory focus, change in sensory focus, change in speech pattern, gestures of the teacher. Okay, means these are the sub skills. What I have said, teacher must be an artist while teaching, while presenting himself as a teacher in the class. He must be an artist. See, let's see the content. Okay, just you have to visualize it. We are the citizen of free India. She is known as the biggest India. She is known as the biggest democratic country in the world. People of India live peaceful and happy life. Why do people live such life? Because of Indian soldiers. They have been the parts of entire security of India. They always keep eyes on the enemies. It was morning of 10th September 1965 at AM 8 am. Location Khemkaram area of Punjab. 4th Battalion of Grenadiers was on position. Attack took place. A troop of Pakistani tanks was moving towards Indian border. Indian soldiers were limited, where enemies were outnumbered. No one dared to face the situation. Suddenly, Abdul Hamid made up his mind and mounted his 106 recoilless gun on the jeep. He gave inspiration to his soldiers. He hits 3 patent tanks of enemies. He fought bravely. He becomes real martyr for India. Means this is the content related to India, related to war between India and enemy, and there is a great role of particular soldier. Okay, means students can understand about the content, but in this stimulus variation skill, what you need to learn just in your lesson note when you are going to draft lesson note of micro teaching. See, as per the content, teacher shows map and asks questions. See what happens? Teacher shows maps and asks questions. How many countries are there in Indian subcontinent? The first question. Student observes and answers correctly. What student observes? Student observes map and they answers correctly of what? This question. India, Nepal, Bhutan, China, Bangladesh, Maldives and Sri Lanka. Okay, what is expected in this teacher's activity and student's activity? We need to focus on movement of teacher because he has to carry map, he has to hang particular map in the class and he has to ask questions. Okay, movement of teacher is important. Whenever students answer correctly, there is verbal and active participation of the student because teacher has to call any student and he has to give a chance to every student to locate particular nations in the map and students will participate, students will answer verbal and there is active participation of the students. Means what? Active participation of students, verbal participation of students and movement of the teacher is related to stimulus variation. What happens in stimulus variation? Stimulus variation is nothing but the giving chances to the students to recognize and there is a important role of 5 sensory organs. Means your sight, that is your eyes, your nose for smelling, your ears for hearing, your skin for getting touch and your tongue for getting the taste. Means your 5 sensory organs have to play an important role in stimulus variation skill, because as a teacher you should appeal to the sensory organs of the students. The second question is that where is Pakistan? Then this question is asked by the teacher, then student answers correctly at the northwest. Students verbal or active participation. The second question he asked, why do we celebrate Independence Day? Then student answers correctly. What is the answer? To remember freedom fighters. Once again here we get students verbal participation. Okay. See, after asking these questions we added sub-skills: movement of teacher, verbal and active participation of the student and students verbal participation. Okay, means there is appeal to the sensory organs to the students. After getting the answer of this one, in statement of M, what we have to say? Today we are going to see a true story of Master Havildar Abdul Hamid. This is the statement of M and student listens carefully. And teacher explain the story. Okay, whenever teacher explain the story, teacher produces the voice of God. Attack of shell means the troop of Pakistani tanks was moving towards Indian soldiers. The teacher produces the voice of God. Means what is attack of shell? See, student listens carefully and there is changes in sensory focus. Means student has to listen carefully and what student listens? He listens the sound of goat, this attack of shell, and it is sensory focus. After that, teacher communicates as a soldier. How he communicates? Alpha to delta. This is alpha to delta. Student observe and listens carefully. Means this is the communication between two soldiers. Okay, means in this content Indian soldiers were limited where enemies were outnumbered, no one there to face the situation. Okay, for this content teacher communicates as a soldier, means this is the situation of field of war and student observe and listens carefully. There is once again sensory change in sensory focus. After that, teacher explains story. Teacher produces the sound of gunfire and acts as a real soldier. Teacher explains story means what he explains. Suddenly Abdul Hamid made up his mind and mounted his 100 Ecolis gun on the jeep and he gave inspiration to his soldiers. Means what you have to write here, teacher explains story, teacher produces the sound of gunfire and acts as a real soldier. Student observes and listen carefully. Whatever written here in teacher's activity, likewise you need to write here on the student's activity, that is student observes and listens carefully. Once again here we can add change in speech patterns, gestures of teacher, because teacher has to play the role of soldier, teacher has to produce the voice of God, teacher has to communicate the message between two soldiers. Here the gestures of teacher is so important. Okay, so that after this one, after telling the story or after explaining these things, teacher concludes the lesson by asking student to sing any patriotic song, and students come before the stage and sing song, any patriotic song it is expected. Means what will be the sub skills? Students verbal and physical participation. When student asks to come come on the stage and ask them for sing any patriotic song, then they will come and they will sing any patriotic song. It is nothing but the students verbal and physical participation. Just by concluding this, just I would like to tell you that stimulus variation is the soul of all micro teaching skills, and if you get command over these different micro teaching skills, definitely you will be the good teacher in your life. After micro teachings, in next lecture we will see integration lesson, how to draft lesson notes of integration skills. Okay, these are for your information only, how to draft lesson notes of micro teaching skills in English language. If you have any difficulty, you can directly call me and just I will answer you in as per your wish. Okay, thank you dear student, have a nice day.